All right, so with the rise of people using modelers these days, I mean, such as myself using the Neural USB Quad Cortex, or it could be you using a Line 6 Helix, or maybe even a Fractal, one of the FMs, or not so much the axe effects. That's not what the video is going to cover. It's going to be more about the floor pedal boards that you're using. But today, I want to go over something that I've been using for about half a year now, and I think it's definitely something integral to my rig and something that I needed to add to my Quad Cortex just for functionality purposes, and that is this is the Temple Audio Solo 18 pedal board. And take a look at the back real quick. And what this nifty thing does essentially is just, it's just the pedal board that holds down your pedals, or in my case, my modeler and my foot control expression pedal thingy. So, on the aesthetic side of things, this basically covers all the bells and whistles that you would need to hold down your pedals and use them on a functional basis, meaning, stomp them and whatever and hold them in place, and you can hold them upside down. They won't move off the pedal board. And what's really cool about the way this pedal board works, and to be honest, I'm not sure how it works on other pedal boards because this is the first professional one that I've had. I used to have this old Boss one back in the day, but it was just held down by Velcro essentially. But what's really cool is separately you can order these plates, and they have different sizes. I think they have a small, medium, large, and an extra large. So in my hand right now I have one of the large ones, which is the TQRL. You can buy these on Amazon, or you can get them directly from Temple Audio. And the way these nifty things works essentially is there is a really sticky adhesive in the back. So in my case, what I did was I took 2 of these and I put it in the back of my Quad Cortex, which is pretty heavy. And what you do is you go ahead and unpeel it, put it in the back of the modeler, stick it on there. Then on the other side, it's basically a quick release screw. So all you do is unscrew over here, and essentially, with your modeler top being over here, and you go into the bottom of the pedal board, and what you do is you essentially, whoops, I just dropped the screw. Great. And essentially what you do is you go ahead and screw it from the bottom into the hole here, and that ends up holding your pedals or modeler in place. Now, another really cool thing that separates this pedal board from others is actually the addition of mods. Now, mods is where you can basically customize your own pedal board to meet the needs of your specific needs. And what I mean by that is, there's a small hole here, which you can get basically what is a IEC to an AC or to whatever power end that you want. Essentially, the way I'm gonna do this is, and it's coming in the mail, by the way, it's been on back order, is I'm gonna have an adapter here screwed in, and you could screw it from the other side. And basically what this will have is a IEC adapter where I could just plug in an IEC into my main plug of my outlet. And then from there, what I'm planning on doing is getting that converted into hopefully some kind of a power supply. And I'm still in the market for one, and I don't know which one I'm gonna get yet, but it'll convert from that into, the power supply for my Quad Cortex. And basically, the reason why I got the Solo 18 is because I really don't think there's a need for other pedals. I just kind of want to have an all-in-one box over here, along with the expression pedal, and that's going to be it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and mount the power supply in the back over here, which is actually fairly easy to do. But as you can see, there's other holes over here on the left and the right, so you can go ahead and add all kinds of mods that Temple Audio offers. You can add they have a stereo power amp that you can put in there, or you can even put in some kind of like a patching system, but they have a whole bunch of them. And in my opinion, that's what kind of separates this from the other companies, is you can get really creative and, customize your own pedal board. So do I think this is like one of the best pedal boards out there? Actually, I do. I did some research on what's available out there. There's also, a Rocktron makes a really cool one that actually comes with some mods that you could put into the front of the pedal board. There's also I believe Donner makes a few. If you're just looking for something basic, they also offer one. But in my opinion, I went with this one just because it had a really cool, you know, like kind of like a gun barrel look to it. Even if you don't use all the slots to mount your pedals, it still has a really, really cool look to it. But I think this is a really solid investment, especially if you're using some kind of a small floorboard modeler, in my case being the Quad Cortex. And I think it's definitely a wise investment to make if you're really serious about your gear. Then obviously if you want, you can get cases for them to transport. In my case, I kind of just wrap it in a kind of like this bubble mask type sheet, and I just shove it in my backpack, and it's actually been really secure. But yeah, other than that, I think it's definitely a really, really good investment. I would definitely recommend it. So stay tuned, because when I get the IEC adapter, we'll go ahead and mount that to the side, and we'll go ahead and review the expansion of this pedal board as I keep adding more stuff to it. So stay tuned. Give a like and subscribe if you haven't. That way we can keep track of what we're doing with this pedal board. Other than that, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Cheers.